Hello, the clouds are coming in. I'm feeling a little bit of a nip in the air, and it is officially fall. And I need to get some fall, cozy, spooky books. And I want you guys to come along with me. I'm gonna go thrifting because I found some really good books thrifting when I was in the Bay Area, and I haven't been thrifting yet since I moved to San Diego. I'm also going to be looking at some little free libraries because I found some really amazing thrillers at little free libraries, and I am looking out for Stephen King, and I think I might be able to find Stephen King at a little free library as well, or maybe a thrift store. And then lastly, I'm going to be going to some local bookstores to get some spooky, cozy, vibey reads. And of course, I'm going to go to a local coffee shop. So come along with me. Lots and lots of fall, lots and lots of bookish stuff today. I'm so excited. And then at the end, of course, I'll be doing a book haul. I got some breakfast. I got a pumpkin pie latte, which honestly doesn't really taste like anything. There's a few little free libraries around here where I went to breakfast. And I'm going to be returning the club. If you want my review, my thoughts of the club, you can watch it over in my last video. I did generally like it, but with a thriller, I'm not gonna reread it. So I'm gonna look for another thriller, and then I'm gonna go to a thrift store I've been to before years ago, but I know it's generally good. There's books and they're okay amount of clothes and stuff. It's not too crazy there. So I'm gonna go there, and then from there either another thrift store or start going to local bookstores to find the books that I want to get this fall. So I love it. Looks very patriotic. Lots of kids' books, looks like. Love it. On theme. I love that. This next one is so creative, and it looks like it's more of adult books. The last one was dedicated for children's books, so obviously I'm not going to find any adult thrillers there, but I loved looking at it. It was like a little schoolhouse. So cute. So I picked up Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and I have read this before, but I might do a reread, and I'm 99% I don't have the physical book. If I do find like a thriller, another little library, I might switch this out. But I was like, this is such a good read. I liked it last time. It wasn't like the best book ever, but I feel like it's one of those books that you just have to read to understand other books and other kind of cultural things. So, and you can also say, actually, Frankenstein is the scientist and not the monster, and be really annoying at parties. So you can do that. So now I'm gonna go to Goodwill. It is like only a little bit less than a mile away from here. And then from there, there is also a soda shop, which we do not have Swig or anything here in San Diego. But I just finished The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I'm kind of feeling a dirty soda. So we shall see. We'll see how I'm feeling by the time that we get to where that soda shop is. Books for $6, which was great because a lot of the mugs were like $12, $13. A lot of the clothes were like $10 to like $15 there, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I am gonna just park. I'm gonna go to the soda shop here and get like a Diet Coke soda thing. We're gonna try it out. I'm gonna be part of Mom Talk. I got Diet Coke, or it's Pepsi, cherry and vanilla. And I kind of look like Mom Talk. Like I have the curls that aren't really curls. Need a little bit more lip filler, but that's okay. Let me try it. Oh, I like that. Oh, it tastes like when you go to the movie theater and you go to that like really fancy soda spot, but like better. The cherry really tastes like maraschino cherry. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I'm a fan. This is really, really close to Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore. Go there a lot, but it's such a good bookstore. So I'm gonna head over. There's a few books that are on my list that I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna find there. And then I wanna go to North Park and go to the bookstores there, and then maybe some other places, depending on what I find or don't find. I am gonna go over to North Park because Verbatim Bookstores, there is like a lot of used books and they have a whole section of Stephen King. And my goal to read before Halloween or like during Halloween is a Stephen King thriller novel kind of book. So I know that they'll have Stephen King there, and then a few blocks away from that is Meet Cute, which is a romance bookstore, which I just love popping into. I probably won't get anything there, but I do like to pop in. And then there's some kind of like vintage stores around that I might also pop into. And then I also want to get Mrs. Death, Mrs. Death. And that is a story about kind of like the Grim Reaper, but is a woman and she is Death. This writer has met Mrs. Death and is writing about her and it's kind of like her perspective and his perspective, and it's just a really beautiful book about grief and death and dying. And I listened to it last year, and I really want to annotate the book and read it this year. So I really want to get a physical copy of Mrs. Death, Mrs. Death, so I can annotate it. Because it's just some really beautiful passages in there. But yeah, so those are like the 2 books I have left to get. And then I'll probably stop by a few little libraries, either before or after, but we shall see. Hello, it is the next day. The book that I really do want to get is Mrs. Death, Mrs. Death. And the only place I can get it is at a Barnes and Nobles in Escondido, which is basically the same town where the safari park is. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go to the safari park for like an hour, just like enjoy it, go to the Barnes and Nobles over there, maybe go to a little free library or two. And also I went to Verbatim Books for a Stephen King novel, and they were all new books, and I really kind of wanted like a used Stephen King novel, like The Shining or Carrie or something like that, but they only had new and they're kind of expensive. So I think I'm going to get it from the library instead, so that saves me a little bit of money, which is good. So yes, I'm gonna go up there for now, and then I'm also wanting to go for a run. I'm doing Couch to 5K. I'm wanting to go for a run down at Sunset Cliffs around the time where it's the lowest tide, so I can go down by the tide pools. So I also want to maybe check out some little libraries down there. It's gonna be a day all around San Diego. Hopefully I don't get too tired, because I also have to like do laundry and all the other Sunday things today. But let's go to the zoo. All right, it is overcast here, which means that the animals will hopefully be out. So I'm giving myself a little bit less than an hour. I'm gonna see what I can see in like an hour. I think I'm gonna go for like gorillas, maybe the tiger. We'll just see. here right at 11:15, which was my goal, which is perfect. I'm gonna go pick up the book and then head home and then head over for, well, rest for like an hour or so, and then head over to like Point Loma Ocean Beach area to run on the cliffs by the ocean. So I'm excited for that. See how that goes. It will be my second run of my Couch to 5K, so it should be a pretty chill run, hopefully. Some little free libraries, and then I'll do a haul. Well, I learned my lesson because all the copies are on hold. I was like, oh, maybe I should put on hold. No, I want to like walk around the bookstore, and if I put on hold, then I'm gonna feel like I have to like just go in and out. Only be like 2 hours. I should just put it on hold. So I'm just gonna order that book, so that won't be part of the haul. Go home, rest a bit, and then eat, and then run, I think, and then also little libraries, but wherever that fits in, depending on like the tide and stuff. I think the lowest tide is around like 2 p.m. So I'm trying to do my run a little bit before then, so then I can go down to the tide pools. I stopped at a little free library before my run, but the view from here, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you guys. Look at that ocean view. So pretty.
Silly me, thinking you and I could work things out. I'm a third wheel on this broken car. You're a mess.
So cute. There's a little bench here.
Silly you, why is it so hard to
Let's open
be
it up.
real? Speak the truth. Say you're sorry, hear
Just
her
a
out.
few.
You're too proud, like a child. You think time will tell and sort things out, but you know well as you never will if you don't. You never will if you don't. Let it sink into your mind, to your heart and your bones, 'cause I know deep down inside you already know. Yeah. Keep it real, try to focus, what's the deal? Don't say it's hopeless, remember the good times. Is it worth fighting for? Silly you, why is it so hard to be real? Speak the truth, you say you're sorry, I don't know why. You're too proud to work it out. You think time will tell and sort things out.
That was really fun. This lady, she asked me to take her picture by the tide pools, and then she took my picture, which was really sweet. But it was really fun. It was kind of crowded, but still pretty fun. The run was good. I feel like the wind helped so freaking much. I am so thankful I live here because it does make working out a lot easier. Especially when you can work out like when there's like a sea breeze and it's just like, it's the weather, you know, it's like cloudy but like not too cold. It's like perfect weather to work out. And I'm not like a workout girl. I've just been working out a little bit more just for my own mental health. But I was driving and I saw a little library, so I like pulled over. So let's go check out this little library.
Damn, girl. These women are excited.
I am back and I have 7 books to talk about. The first book is from the Little Library and it is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is the very first ever like sci-fi book. I would also definitely call it like a psychological thriller as well. Very dark, very macabre. Perfect for a spooky fall October read. Pretty excited about this one. I will be doing a reread. I can't remember. I think I read this last fall or maybe 2 falls ago, but I might have listened to it instead of physically read it. So it'll be nice to physically read this. Now I'll get into the 3 books that I got from the thrift store. In total, they were $6, which once you see these books, I'm like, such a great deal. The first book, I was so excited to see it. First of all, I've definitely like seen this before, and when I went to an actual bookstore, they were like right on the recommended books, and it is normally $27. Got it for $2. So really excited. This is The Book Eaters by Sun Lee Dean. Like, look at this book. It looks brand new. It also came with this really cute bookmark. So that was great. The premise of this book, it is a dark fairy tale, maybe kind of like a fantasy. This book is about a society where people eat books. You know, scary books are maybe spicy, romance books are sweet, but people eat books. Until the son of our main character is born, and instead of books, he wants to eat human minds. So that's kind of what this book is about. It sounds like it gets pretty dark. It's pretty interesting premise. I can't wait to eat it up. Next book is The Dead Girls Club. It is by Damien Angelica Waters. Very cool cover. It's about a group of girls in the 90s who are obsessed with serial killers, and one of the girls becomes obsessed with the Red Lady, which I believe is like a witch who kills people, and that belief gets her killed. Her name's Becca, but the main character's name is Heather, and based on the description in the book, I believe that Heather kills Becca. And it is now 30 years later, and somebody knows the truth that Heather is the one who killed Becca. I feel like this can go, like I'm gonna really like it, or it's gonna be a little bit cheesy, but I do like this type of thing. Murder, mystery, thrillers with women. We'll see about this one. I'm excited, but cautiously excited about this one. This next one is less of like spooky, creepy, and more of like mental health related. This is a YA. It is The Sea is Salt and So Am I. The premise is in a small town in coastal Maine, which I absolutely love, and around 3 teenagers, one of which has a pretty bad depression and decides to try to take his own life during one of the storms, does not actually take his own life, and kind of how that impacts other characters in this book. And one of the characters also is trying to kind of save this small town from utter kind of destruction. I always love mental health, and I would love for it to be a good representation of mental health. I also love that it has little tabbies in it. You really only get this when you get it from like a thrift store or a little library. So I love the little tabbies, and yeah, I hope that it's a good representation of mental health. This next book I didn't really show during the video, but I got as book mail. My mom thought I would really like this book and sent it to me, which I'm very thankful for. It is Ghosts by Edith Wharton. And just look at this freaking cover. It looks so spooky, so good. And it is a bunch of ghost tales that were written in the early 1900s. So I think I'm just like, oh, this will be perfect just to read story by story. Easy way to kind of get into some ghost stories if I'm feeling like I'm in a reading slump or I just want to read something that's pretty quick. All right, next I went to, and I'll show you guys some other non-books that I bought as well, but I just want to show you my bag that I got at Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore. It has, you see that little puppy? It's so freaking cute. I love, 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 love. I love a bookstore tote. But what I got there, I needed to get for a book club I'm in. And it is Slewfoot. I've heard amazing, amazing things about this book. I don't know too much. I know it's about like a witch kind of situation and it's very gothic. I'm going in blind a little bit, but Rom, I think the author's name is, used to be an illustrator for other authors, for other books, and decided to start writing books themselves. The person who rung me up, that's what they told me, is that they used to be an illustrator, and I think that's really cool. And they said the book was good, but they kind of always say that, so I'm not sure. But I've heard really, really good things about this. Spooky, spooky read. Reading it for book club. Kind of gonna go in blind for myself, so can't tell you too much, but look at this freaking book. It looks so October. It's ridiculous. All right, this is the last book. This book I also am kind of going in blind, but I've heard only amazing things about it. It is a fantasy. I do know that. I do know it's very like fall kind of themed. But this book is One Dark Window. I heard it's like a fantasy, but with some romantic parts in it, but mostly fantasy. But I do want to show you guys the two little cute things that I got as well that are not books. All right, for those of you who want to see my cute merch things I got, so I got a keychain at Meet Cute, and it is bookish for sure. The library card keychain, and I wanted to get this because I have one set of keys that are like my normal set of keys and one set that have my work keys, and I just wanted something to tell myself very easily that this has the work keys on it. And it's just freaking cute. Arthur library card. And then the last thing, I got this Stay Positive magnet for the refrigerator. I thought it was hilarious and cute, and I needed a magnet. So those are things that I got. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, I now have a Bookstagram you can check out. Make sure to register to vote if you are American, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.